Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Shuklambaradharam Vishum Tativarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasataye Yasyad Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vighnam Nighnanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So now we concluded with Bhagavan's grace, chapter 17. And please remember, when Parikshit allowed Kali to stay in 4 places to start with, and Kali was not happy with that, because he knew very well the 4 places that was given to Kali initially: gambling, drinking intoxicating liquors, and prostitution, and killing of animals. These are all 4 things that people may not do. The king may control, and most of the people living really do not do that. They don't gamble, they don't have illicit relationships with women, they don't take intoxicating liquors, or they don't kill animals. Most of us, right, even in this class, we don't do any of these things. But Kali he was aware of that. So he said he wanted additional place. And that's when very cleverly Parikshit gave him the 5th place, which is wealth, gold, money, because having that alone will immediately, Kali can influence. People will fall under the influence of Kali, under the rulership of Kali, under the command of Kali, and will start behaving unritam. They will start telling lies in a falsehood manner. They will develop pride. They will develop lust, because money makes many wrong. They will become very passionate in a rajasic manner, and also they will develop enmity. So this is what happened. That's what we covered that. Then we also covered how beautifully Parikshit was ruling over the kingdom along the lines, the dharmic lines set by his grandparents, the Pandavas. And Suta was continuing. This is the same Parikshit, the same lad, the same little boy who was coronated on the throne by Yudhishthira. And as Pandavas were about to abandon the kingdom and go on their lost journey to the Himalayas, we came up to that point. Chapter number 18, it talks about how Parikshit is cursed, because he is a curse. Suta Uvacha, Suta said, number 18.1, Yaha vai drauni astra viplashtaha na matuhu udare mrutaha anugrahat bhagavataha krishnasya adbhuta karmanaha. Yaha vai drauni astra viplashtaha na matuhu udare mrutaha anugrahat bhagavataha krishnasya adbhuta karmanaha. It continues. He says, this same Parikshit, who was Drauni Astra, Drauni the Drona's son, the Aswathama, when he sent his Brahmastram, Viplashtaha, that actually burnt him. But in the Matuhu Udare, when he was in the womb of his mother, but Namrutaha, but he did not die, because Krishnasya, Bhagavataha Krishnasya Anugrahate, the Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Anugraham saved him, protected him. That was an Adbhuta Karmanaha, with Bhagavan coming there as Parikshit was lying down in the womb. Suddenly he saw this sparkling, light emanating thing that was coming towards him. The fetus was looking at it in wonderment. What is it? At the same time, it saw another wonderment. Instantly, he saw an extremely beautiful child, very beautiful, dark blue in complexion, and it had a most wondrous and effulgent disc in its hand. It threw it at this arrow that was coming at it. The fetus saw this and that pulverized that arrow. The moment it was beginning to wonder what on earth was happening, that beautiful form of that little child, that dark blue child, most attractive, mesmerizing beauty, that vanished. This Adbhuta Karmanaha was done by Bhagavan Krishna, and he protected this child from the Brahmastram of Drauni, of Ashwatthama. It is the same Parikshit. Yaha, which, okay, who? Yaha vai Drauni astra viplashtah na matuhu udare mrutah anugrahat bhagavatah krishnasya adbhuta karmanaha. Number 2, Brahmakopa uttitat yastu takshakat prana viplavat na sammumoha uru bhayat bhagavati arpita asayah. Brahmakopa uttitat yaha tu takshakat prana viplavat na sammumoha uru bhayat bhagavati arpita asayah. Yaha tu, and the same Parikshit who, yaha who, Brahmakopa, due to the anger of a Brahmana. Uttitat, it was a curse was given, the caused by the anger of a Brahmana. Uttitat means caused by. Then what happened? Takshakat, he was bitten by the snake Takshaka. At that time, Prana Viplavat, as he was giving up his life in the last breath, that all of us will have our last breath. How will we feel? Right? And at this point, Prana Viplavat, taking his last breath, he was na sammumoha. Sammumoha means to become afraid, to be bewildered, to be frightened. But na sammumoha, he was not frightened. He was not bewildered. He was not afraid. Of Guru Bhayate, great fear comes. Sammumoha, you get confused. And Sammumoha Guru Bhayate, becoming frightened out of confusion of what is happening. You don't know, and being overwhelmed by this last breath that you take. So Guru Bhayate, great fear comes. But this Yaha, this same Parikshit, na Sammumoha Guru Bhayate, he was not bewildered, he was not frightened, he was not afraid, he was not confused as he was taking his last breath after being bitten by Takshaka, because Bhagavati Arpita Asayaha, because he had completely offered himself, surrendered himself to Bhagavan, to Krishna. So he was not at all bothered in any way, disturbed in any way, as he was taking his last breath. And all he was thinking of was Krishna at that time in his mind, and his mouth uttered the words Krishna, Krishna, and the last breath left him. So Bahukopa Uttitate Yaha tu Takshakate Prana Viplavate Na Sammumoha Urbhayate Bhagavati Arpita Asayaha, the same Parikshit Yaha. Number 3, Utsrujya Sarvatah Sangam Vijnata Ajita Samstitihi Vayyasakehe Jahau Sishyah Gangayam Swam Kalevaram. Utsrujya Sarvatah Sangam Vijnata Ajita Samstitihi Vayyasakehe Jahau Sishyah Gangayam Swam Kalevaram. The same Parikshit is continuing. Utsrujya, giving up. Sarvataha Sangam, the attachment to everything. His wife, his children, his kingdom, his wealth, his power, his position, everything instantly, the blink of an eye, he gave all of that up. And then Vijnata Ajita Samstitihi Gangayam. Vijnata, to know. Ajita, the Ajita, not Ajita. Ajita. The Ajita means, Aja means one who is inconquerable. Ajita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Vijnata, to know about him. Samstitihi, he was established in the quest of that knowledge, the Atma Vidya, to embrace Bhagavan, become one with him. So he was seated on Gangayam. At that time, Vyasakehe, Vyasa's Putran Sukamuni, Shishyaha, he took him as his disciple. At that time, with that teaching from that Sukamuni, Vijnata Ajita, he learned, came to know, he knew, he was taught and he learned the knowledge of Bhagavan, Ajita. And with that, Swam Kalevaram, his own body, Jahau, he gave up. उत्सृज्य सर्वतः संगम विज्ञात अजित संस्थितिः वैयासकेः चहौ शिष्यः गंगायां स्वं कलेवरम्. Number 4. न उत्तमश्लोक वार्तानां जुषतां तत्कथा अमृतम् स्यात् संभ्रमः अंतकाले अपि स्मरतां तत्पदाम्बुजम्. न उत्तमश्लोक वार्तानां जुषतां तत्कथा अमृतम् स्यात् संभ्रमः अंतकाले अपि Smaratam tat padambujam. Na sambhramaha. You will not get bewildered, will not get confused or afraid. Who? Uttama sloka. Uttama sloka is Bhagavan, the most supreme, the best, and the slokam most praiseworthy is Bhagavan. A slokam is the Vedas themselves call him a sloka, Uttama sloka. And Varsanam, people who are living with that Bhagavan all the time, living in that all the time, Jushatam, and who are completely surrendered and seeking refuge in Uttama Slokam, in that Bhagavan, and also Tat Katha, in that Bhagavan's stories and glories, Amritam, the immortal nectarine stories of Bhagavan, the glories of Bhagavan, what he did, how he spoke, how he walked, how he ran, how he played, how he slept, so many things. They're full of mischiefs as well as seriousness. Tremendous teachings. So Atma Vidya itself is taught in every single gesture of an avatara. And that Amritam, this immortality, Syat, okay, Na Syat Sambhramaha. Syat means to happen. Na Syat means does not happen. Sambhramaha, bewilderment, confusion, misconception, fear, all these things. They do not happen. Antakale api, for those people who are living always in Bhagavan, in the thoughts of Bhagavan, and who have surrendered and taken refuge in him, listening continuously to his Amritam Katha, the nectarine stories and glories of him, Antakale api, even when they leave the body and do the final passage from the body, and at that time Smaratam, remembering, reflecting and worshipping in the mind, Tat Pada Ambujam, that Bhagavan's lotus feet, they will be worshipping, they will be praying for that, for them, Na Syat Sambhramaha, the fear of death and confusion about leaving the body and going to a place that is so-called unknown place, none of those will be there. Na Syat Sambhramaha, that confusion and fear and bewilderment will not be there. Who surrendered themselves, remember and reflect on Bhagavan and live in the company of Bhagavan all the time, listening to his nectarine stories and glories, and doing smaranam on him, on his mind all the time, on his lotus feet. Those people will not be afraid. This is what Parikshit did. That's what Sutamani is saying. Na uttama sloka vartanam jushatam tat kada amrutam syat sambhramaha antakale api smaratam tat padambujam. Because in the previous slokam we learned that he was not afraid when he left his body. How? Why was he not afraid? How did it turn out? How did it happen? He explains this. Because not only Parikshit, anybody who does this will not be afraid. Number 5. Tavat kalihi na prabhavete pravishtaha api iha sarvataha yavat isaha mahan uryam abhimanyavaha ekharat. Tavat kalihi na prabhavete pravishtaha api na pravishtaha prabhavete api iha sarvataha yavat isaha mahan uryam abhimanyavaha ekharat. As long as Abhimanyu was there as the king, even when Kali has entered everything, because just by entering money, because he's been permitted to enter money and take residence there, so everybody has got money. So Kali has already entered it. But na prabhavet, he did not shine, he did not raise his head up, because he knew Parikshit, this Abhimanyavataha is Parikshit, he would deal with him firmly. So he was afraid. So that's what this slokam talks about. Tavate, as long as Kali, Pravishtaha api, here, Sarvataha all, Pravishtaha api, even though he has entered everything, na prabhavet, he was not shining, he was not able to flourish, he was not able to live, to raise his head up. Yavat, as long as Isaha, Isaha means in this case the king, Abhimanyavaha, who is Mahan Urvyam, most powerful king that Parikshit was. Abhimanyavaha, Abhimanyu's son Parikshit, Ekharat, he was there as a one king. So long as he was there as the emperor, Kali, even though he has entered everything, he could not flourish. Tavat Kalihi na prabhavet pravishtaha api iha sarvataha yavat isaha mahan urvyam abhimanyavaha ekarat. Number 6. Yasmin ahani yarhi eva bhagavan utsasarja gam tadayeva iha anuvrattaha asau adharma prabhavaha kalihi. Yasmin ahani yarhi eva bhagavan utsasarja gam tadayeva iha anuvrattaha asau adharma prabhavaha kalihi. This adharma prabhu, the Kali, who is the embodiment of adharma, when and what moment Bhagavan Utsasarja left his body and went away, when the avataram entered left his body on the earth and the manifestation of the avataram disappeared, that at that place, at that moment, right then itself, immediately following that, this Kali manifested himself. Kali entered. He was waiting for the avataram to end. That's what the meaning of the slokam is. Yasmin ahani, on that very day, aha means day. Yasmin, which on that very day, yarhi eva, at that very moment, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, gone from the earth, utsasarja, when he left the earth. Left means what? Bhagavan never leaves, but his body, his manifestation, appearance as an avatar, Sada, same moment at that same time, here, Anuvrattaha, immediately following the disappearance of the avataram, Asau, in this world, Adharma Prabhavaha Kalihi, the embodiment of Adharma, Kali, manifested himself. Anuvrattaha, he followed, he entered. Yasmin ahani yarhiyeva bhagavan uttasarja gam tadayeva iha anuvrattaha asau adharma prabhavaha kalihi. Number 7. Na anudveshi kalim samrat saranga eva sarabhuk kushalani asu siddhayanti na itarani krutani yate. Na anudveshi kalim samrat saranga eva sarabhuk kushalani asu siddhayanti na itarani krutani yate. Now this explains why Parikshit did not kill Kali. Because Parikshit is very clever, very intelligent, extremely astute, much more so than all of us combined. And this slokam explains why na anudveshti kalam. He had no hatred towards Kali, no particular hatred towards Kali, because Samrat, this great emperor Parikshit, did not have any dislike towards him or any hatred towards him. His main thing was only protecting dharma, and he would punish people who do adharma. Why? He was like Saranga. Saranga means like the honeybee. Okay? Saranga. Saram ga. If you want to split it, Saranga is Saram plus Ga. And that denotes the quality that really looks, that filters and looks for the good, the beneficial thing in anything that is given to it. So that is Saranga. So like a honeybee, Saranga Iva, like the honeybee, Sarabhuk. He was able to, the king, Samrat, the king, was able to grasp the good in any situation, in everything. So when he saw Kali, he did not look at it as necessarily all bad. This is the beauty. What was the good that he saw? Kushalani asu siddhayanti. The Kushalani asu siddhayanti. Any good deeds, because in the Kali Yugam, the beauty of that is, even though there is so many cruelties and injustice and everything, the beauty, the gift, the blessing of Kali Yuga is that any good deed that is done will fructify immediately. Very important. Any good deeds that is done will fructify, will be fulfilled immediately. Na itarani krutani yate. Itarani means any other things, not good deeds, bad deeds, evil deeds, those things are done, that will not fructify. Even though we may create difficulties and all that, you will find that they never succeed. Another meaning also is that Kushalani Asu. That means the Asu is also, Itarani Asu also, we can take it that way. Which means the good deeds get fulfillment promptly. Promptly means not in your time frame or my time frame. They will definitely, Siddhayanti means they will be fulfilled. This is the meaning of it. Now, when you put a time factor into it, then that's where the problem comes in. Okay, because we don't know what Bhagavan's time factor is. We really don't know how long does it, a given thing takes time to fructify and get fulfilled. We really don't know. We just want it done immediately, but sometimes that may not be good. But it will be fulfilled, Siddhayanti. Okay, that's the beauty of Kali Yugam. Now, Kushala Asu also, any good thoughts you have, if you want to help someone, do some service, something beneficial to others, you'll be amazed how opportunities come your way and you're given the skills and the ability to do it and the things get done by itself. It is phenomenal thing that if you have not experienced it, you will experience it. Once you want to really do something good for others, it will automatically happen. But at the same time, Itarani Asu, suppose you have bad thoughts, okay? And does it immediately fructify? No. The thing about the bad thoughts is that only when you translate that into an action, then only the so-called papam comes in. Not bad thoughts by themselves are not sinful, but bad actions are sinful. This is the beauty of Kali Yugam. So the king saw through this. He said, not all of it is bad. Yes, there are people, still good things will get done. And people may think some bad thoughts, but so long as they don't convert it into action, then the bad effect will not be there. So you could understand that. So thinking through like this, Sarabhuk, and looking at the good of what Kali is, putting it in another way, Kali also has his job to do. Because the thing he really prayed to Parikshit, I have a job to do. This is what my Bhagavan's command is. I must be like this. This is the quality and the characteristic of time at this particular time, so-called time period in this Yugam. And that's the dharma. So Parikshit could see through all this. That's why he did not kill him. Na anudveshti kalim. That's why he didn't develop hatred towards him. So we also should not develop hatred towards Kali Yugam. We must look at the goodness in Kali Yugam, because Bhagavan is present in every moment without change. Na anudveshti kalim samrat saranga iva sarabhak kushalani asu siddhayanti na itarani krutani yate. Number 8. Kimnu baleshu surena kalina dhiruna apramattah pramatteshu yaha vrukah nurushu vartate. Kimnu baleshu surena kalina dhiruna apramattah pramatteshu yaha vrukah nurushu vartate. Now, see, Kimnu means what may be. What may be For Baleshu, not children as physiologically, people who are immature, who are not very highly intelligent, are easily gullible, they are childish in their thinking, whatever. In other words, they are weak. For them, the people who are weak and all that, the Kali appears formidable to them. Kalina dhira bhiruna. That means dhira means with great courage. People who are cowardly, people who are weak in their mind. Okay, so Kali appears very brave to them, very courageous to them, very overpowering to them. If you're weak, Kali appears very, very big to you. But apramattaha, one who is very careful. Okay, for them, Kali appears pramatteshu means very careless. If you're very careful in your approach in following dharma and everything else, you are really careless about Kali. Kali doesn't bother you that much. That's what it means. If you are cowardly, Kali is brave. If you are brave, Kali is cowardly to you. This is another way of putting it. How? In the same way, vrikaha means a wolf. A wolf, nrishu vartate, how a wolf moves around among men. Because a wolf, what does it do? It is ever vigilant, just like Kali is ever vigilant. And wolf is always alert and vigilant and ready to pounce upon who are thoughtless and unobservant. Apramattaha and pramatteshu, when they meet with a group of wolves, you know what happens, a school of wolves, as they say. If you're careless and if you're not observant, immediately it will pounce on you. Like that, Kali will pounce on you if you're careless. If you're very careful, and if Kali will overpower you if you're cowardly. But if you're brave, it will automatically tuck its tail and walk away. It will become cowardly. Kimnu baleshu surena kalina dhira bhiruna apramattaha pramatteshu yaha vrikaha nrishu vartate. Number 9. Upavarnitam etat baha punyam parikshitam maya vasudeva kata upetam akyanam yat apricchata. Upavarnitam etat baha punyam parikshitam maya vasudeva kata upetam akyanam yat apriccha. Now remember, Suta is talking to Saunaka and all the other rishis who have gathered there, right? Please, we should never forget that. Now remember, they asked him, please tell us the story of Krishna, what happened and what happened to Parikshit. Remember that question early on. So now he says, Yat apricchata, what you asked of me. Yatat, thus, upavarnitam, has been described. Vaha, to you. Punyam parikshitam, the punyam parikshit, the most meritorious, the fortunate Parikshit, as well as Vasudeva, also about Krishna, Katha, that story about Krishna and Parikshit, Maya, by me, Yetat Upavarnitam, has been described, Vaha, to you, Upetam, and the Parikshitam Kathai, Parikshit story is Vasudeva Upetam. You must keep it like that. Because the story of Parikshit, Parikshitam Katha, story of Parikshit is Vasudeva Upetam. Upetam means intimately connected with Vasudeva only, Krishna only. Akhyanam, various narrations that I have given, okay, as yet apricchata, as asked by you. This has been described. The story of Parikshit, intimately connected, inseparably connected with Krishna, has been described to you in detail. Upavarnitam etat baha punyam parikshitam maya vasudeva kata upetam akyanam yat apricchata. Number 10. Yaha kata bhagavatah kataniya urukarmanaha gunakarma astrayaha pumbhihi samsevyaha ta babhushibihi. Yaha katha bhagavatah kataniya ur karmanaha गुणकर्म आश्रयाः पुंभिः संसेव्याः ताः बभूषिभिः. Now, this is number 10. Taha babhushibihi. Taha, those people who, babhushibihi, who are interested in their own welfare. And the right welfare. Welfare does not mean, living luxuriously. No. This is, yes, Treyache Nityam, as Arjuna asked, which is the really good thing for you, which means the Atma Vidya, to hold on to the lotus feet, the knowledge of Bhagavan, being loving and developing love more and more every second, every minute, and ultimately becoming selfless love itself. That babhushibihi, that is the real welfare. And who are interested in that welfare, babhushibihi, yaha, wherever and whenever, bhagavataha katha, the stories and glories of Bhagavan, kathaniya, as describing Uru Karmanaha, beautiful. Bhagavan's stories and glories are what? Because Bhagavan acts in wonderful, amazing manner. Okay, every single action, word and glance of Bhagavan is absolutely wonderful. There's no way to describe it. So Uru Karmanaha, most wonderful. And Guna Karma Asrayaha, what do these katha describe? Bhagavataha katha. It talks about, describe the various attributes that we give to Bhagavan. He is loving, he is playful, he is mischievous, whatever you want to call it. That's all gunas that we give. But they are so wonderfully reflected that because he embraces anything that we give him. And his actions, karma, Bhagavan's gunas and Bhagavan's actions, and asrayaha, I mean all these stories and glories and the various attributes that he dons, that we give him, right? And the various actions that he portrays in order for our happiness, all these things are done for. They all underlying that is asrayaha, asrayam, the protection. The protection that only Bhagavan can give. Nobody in the whole universe can give that. That protection, which is that the protection, the comfort of that protection, the shade of prema, the embodiment of prema is Bhagavan. So nothing but love pours out. That asrayaha, that is what Bhagavataha katha describes. Pumbihi, by people, okay. The Pumsa, Pumbihi, they all refer to human beings, and they must samsevyaha, they must be listened to. Samsevyaha is crudely translated, you can say must be heard. No, it can be imbibed with an awe and wonderment and amazement and reverence and worship and tremendous humility and submission. Very important. That is included in all these words, samsevyaha, ha, babhushibihi. Those who are interested in their own welfare, they must listen to, imbibe these nectarine stories and glories of Bhagavan, Bhagavataha katha, this Bhagavatam, that guna and karma, and through all that, the whole underlying connecting cord, if you would, the thread of all the stories you read in Bhagavatam and all the skandangal is nothing but asrayam, the protection that Bhagavan gives. Okay? So, samsevyaha, babhushibihi, they must listen, imbibe, and take it in their heart. Yaha katha bhagavataha kataniya uru karmanaha gunakarma asrayaha pumbihi samsevyaha taha babhushibihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.